And good afternoon. Welcome back to AM 1410 WRMN in Elgin. It's the first Wednesday of the new year, 2012, and we're still here. Laura Dion-Jones, still losing weight fast, getting rich quick, and looking
younger than ever.
You got that right.
Thank
and boy,
you.
are you looking good today.
Hey, thanks. What makes you say that?
It's the key. I really like that key. It's
I
very
do
attractive.
too. I do too. There's a story behind it. I'll tell you another time.
Another time, another place?
And it's the name of a screenplay that I have cooking also.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, you didn't ask me how I was doing.
You didn't let me.
I'm sorry.
Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. I want to hear more about this key. Yeah.
Laura, how are you doing? Happy New Year to you.
Wow, wonderful. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you. Did you guys have quickly tell us about your New Year's Eve? You first.
Me?
I'm real excited today.
I was very nicely tucked into my home, not doing anything, just watching TV, and I bought a big bottle of Captain Morgan's Long Island iced teas.
Way to go.
And I fell
Captain
asleep
Morgan.
early. I was up at midnight, but I fell asleep before midnight and woke up, and then I celebrated. And the day after was Christmas with my family in Naperville, so that was very enjoyable for me.
Cool.
So it was a nice Happy New Year.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay, good.
You?
I had Jenny McCarthy over, Carson Daly, Dick Clark.
Oh, you dog and Lady
All
Gaga?
yeah, all were right there, right? I saw them all and enjoyed it very much.
And Valerie?
And Valerie, she was the only no-show.
She was there
Sorry, our
filming.
YouTube camera person. Incidentally, your guest will show on camera later. He's the backup, the secondary man for the Captain Morgan spots, I think. Because you know, look at me, I'm on a horse. When you see him on camera, when you see him, the folks at home on the YouTube crowd will say, "Yes, he is. That's him."
Is it really you?
Well, take one good look at him. He looks like a secondary in a pinch.
Well, if
We'll
you
find out
squint,
later.
if we squint.
No, he's Captain Morgan.
Listen, today's our 112th show.
And what is the month of the year? 1. And what is the year? So
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 1, 2, and this is episode 112.
And you know what else?
Yeah.
And you know what
I
else?
thought that would be bigger. I thought that was bigger than the key, didn't you?
I'm always
That was
looking-
bigger than the key, wasn't it? Okay.
I'm always looking for a good omen kind of thing. Don't you think that's a good omen?
1,
Yeah.
1, 2, and 1, 1, 2. Yeah, it happens twice in your broadcast life, doesn't it? It doesn't happen often.
Well, you know what? I'm thinking this is going to be a terrific year for us all, and I just wait and see. I have it on very good authority, and especially if you're one of the lucky ones who made the resolution to join us and commit to get fit tonight at the Centre of Elgin for my newest Commit to Get Fit, Elgin's Biggest Loser 7 already. This is our 7th go-around class from 5 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. tonight at the Center, and we will be going 5 to 7 every Wednesday evening for the next 8 weeks. And on that note, our very you have something to say?
No,
there?
I was just going.
He's getting pumped up.
I'm very pumped
Yeah,
today.
we're all
We got a
getting
whole
pumped
lot
up.
of stuff to cover. You know what? My biggest complaint, people email me, call me, and tell me the biggest complaint about this show.
Not
No.
enough time.
It's not enough time.
Really?
It's not long enough.
Isn't that a nice compliment?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes,
great.
it is. So our very special guest today on the Laura Dion-Jones Show is Ron Anderson, and he is the Health and Fitness Supervisor at the Centre of Elgin, and he is better known to his dear clients as Dr. Sweat. And that's like official or legal or copyrighted or something. That's really his name. Is Doc? Does your wife call you Doc?
She calls me a lot of things.
Oh, yes, so Master Chief. I've been known to say that. And we'll be hearing from Ron Anderson, the Sweatmeister, in a few minutes. But first, stay right where you are. Oh, let me also introduce his intern, Sam, from Judson University. Isn't she cute? Look at her little braided hair. Anyway, she's here because she's the entourage of Dr. Sweat. We'll be hearing from both of them, I guess, maybe in a little while. But stay right where you are.
She's not using more hair product than you are, is she?
Nobody uses more hair product than me, honey.
The YouTube camera tells us.
For me to weigh, I got to wash my hair. When I go to the doctor, I go with clean hair and a hat. Trust.
stuff.
Take
This could be a road show right here.
5 pounds of product here. I'm a hairdresser. I'm a beauty product.
Your hair
queen.
should walk around the equator.
Yes,
It would-
exactly.
It's all right.
So stay right where you are, and we'll tell you all about hair products. No, just kidding. Don't touch that radio dial, because in the studio with us today are Mike Hunziker, one of my favorite guy pals, loyal sidekick, trusty board man, Jeff Myers, my absolutely terrific co-host, and of course, what would our show be without our very favorite YouTube camera girl, none other than Valerie the Swan. And please stick around, because as usual, we've got a whole lot of fun, interesting talking lined up for you today. I should try slowing down a bit, right?
Sometimes.
You're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN, 1410 AM. And meanwhile, back at the WRMN Ranch, today's show is brought to you again by
Dr. Claire O'Leary. Two spots, sorry. I was trying to slow down for you. Dr. Claire, you know Dr. Claire, don't you? 2001 Larkin Avenue. She's been there 23 years. Chiropractic queen. And again, Exhibit A, look at the posture here. Look at the hair product, be willing with us. But look at the posture, the body posture we're dealing with there. We give credit to Dr. Claire O'Leary.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And her great chiropractic ability, 2001 Larkin Avenue. Call her at 888-9988 with that 847 area code. It all fits. And you too can look like Diva.
Thank you. And we'd also like to thank snobhounds.com, a canine clothing company. Think Nike meets Donna Karan, but for canines. And Snobhounds is really true environmental protection wear. And we'd also like to thank Casey Tool, an automotive specialty tool company, available through your Snap-on mobile tool distributor. And also a very special thank you to Casey for making this show and all of our shows possible. And you know what time it is.
112? No, we've already missed that.
Motivational quote, Laura's Motivational Minute.
Sorry.
You ready? Oh, this is
Dr. Sweat will know.
Oh, yeah, but he can see my nose.
Well, he's got good vision. He's always working out.
Okay. You ready? This is an easy one. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing.
Captain Morgan, can you do it?
Former president.
Oh, former president. Well, let's hear it.
I'm narrowing it down. I'm narrowing it down for y'all.
Oh, we should know this. Well, it's probably...
Not the first president.
Too complicated for Ronald Reagan. I couldn't remember that without a teleprompter.
But they may be filming a new episode or a new movie about this guy.
Oh, is there another Kennedy movie coming out?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, that's right. You told us last week. Henry Fonda's working again.
You're not paying attention in class.
Oh, you're so right. Lincoln. Let's hear it again. Because we're from Illinois.
So listen, have your New Year's resolutions already worn off? Are you finally ready to get serious about your weight, health, and fitness? January 1st should have been D-Day for you, the day that you began your new life as a much healthier, happier, more fit person. Resolve every day to make better choices for your health and fitness. Take that first step. It doesn't matter how small of a step you take. Just take it and take it one step at a time. And please let your first step toward better health and fitness in 2012 be to come and join us for Commit to Get Fit, Elgin's Biggest Loser 7. Good segue.
Honesty.
Tonight at the Centre of Elgin from 5 o'clock, 6:30 p.m. Resolve to dissolve all your unhealthy, unwanted weight, especially if you're honestly sick of looking and feeling the way you do right now. And together, let's resolve to make 2012 your best year yet. Health and fitness success is no accident. It's more important than any other one thing, just like Abe said. Together, let's sincerely get her done in 2012 and make this the year you lose all your unhealthy, unwanted weight once and for all. And please go to elgin.bocajump.com blogs to read the rest of this motivational article, especially those who need to seriously lose a few. That's not you, Jeff. And speaking of resolving to work out more in 2012, here is a guy who knows a whole lot about that subject. Please, let's give a warm LDJ welcome to Ron Anderson, the health and fitness supervisor at the Centre of Elgin, who's better known to his dear sweating clients as Dr. Sweat. I want to welcome you, Dottore Sudore. You know what that is? That's Dr. Sweat in Italian. How did you know? You know that?
I just met you.
Dottore Sudore.
It just sounded good. That had to be right.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for coming on the Laura Dion-Jones Show today.
Thanks for having me.
So listen, tell me something. You look like you're playing with the Bears. You buff. Doesn't he?
He looks like Peanut Tillman.
Yes. You know what? I see Peanut Tillman and I see, who's the other one? Hester.
No,
up at Atletico at PT.
Combo,
Oh, yeah.
Defense, offense.
They are a ball. They are
I'll
bad
take
boys.
that.
They are
Thank
bad
you.
boys. They are just too much fun. Except, when you're up in physical therapy. Listen, Listen, give us a little 411 on your background, like, where you're from, where you grew up.
South side of Chicago, for the most part, near where Derrick Rose grew up.
Where?
Inglewood area.
Okay.
Of Chicago, yeah. And I went to Chicago Vocational.
So did I!
Dick Bucket.
How old are you?
Never mind,
Dick
this is radio.
Bucket.
Yeah, not with him.
I thought you said with him. I was saying, boy, y'all sure look good.
Yeah, Dick Bucket, Keena Turner went there. Marvin Freeman, great baseball
Laura
player.
Dion-Jones went there.
Dion-Jones went there.
And you know who else went there? Chicago. The group Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. A lot of the guys
known
from
as
Chicago.
CTA in the early days, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
How about that? Yeah.
I was captain of the girls' swim team.
Wow.
Well, I played
Seriously.
football and baseball.
And you played for Bernie O'Brien?
No, let me see.
Moran?
Who was there then? We had Pataki, we had Rio, coaches, last names.
Any future major leaguers in your time frame? Kirby
Marvin Freeman played with the Atlanta Braves when they were winning their championship in the 90s.
The pitcher.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
he was the pitcher.
Yeah, he came up in 87, yeah.
Small world, eh?
Yeah.
So listen, how did you get into health and fitness?
Wow. It's been a part of my background in my neighborhood pretty much all your life. If you didn't look good, girls didn't want you.
And if you didn't run fast,
the guys would catch you, or their boyfriends would catch you. So yeah, it's always been a part of my lifestyle. It's always been a part of just what I believed in. Healthier you makes a better you. So that to me, that was what I lived by, kind of like a mantra.
Mm-hmm.
So now I help others do the same thing.
No kidding.
Yeah, feels good every time when somebody gets it.
Don't you love when they get it?
When they get it.
I know. When I work with people, I'm a certified wellness coach. And when I work with people with Commit to Get Fit, Elgin's Biggest Loser, and even private clients, when they finally get that epiphany, it's worth their weight in gold.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Later on today, we're going to be speaking to a former guest of ours, Sue Conway. She's a brilliant gospel, jazz, blues singer in Chicago, and she had an epiphany just this past few weeks, and that's why I wanted to talk to her on air, because I have been praying for this woman to get an epiphany, and she got one, and she's going to tell us all about it.
That is excellent.
And I want you to hear what she has to say.
Beautiful.
So what is your personal favorite form of daily cardio? Because I'm a big
kickboxing.
No.
Oh yeah.
Every day?
I teach them, I train them, I do it.
Kickboxing? I have replacement knees. I don't think I could do that.
Well, you could probably handle, probably not extending the legs so much, but bringing the knees up, which is very good for your lower abdomen. Mm-hmm. So, it could be knee strikes, Muay Thai style.
Knee strikes.
Let's try that. Let's bring the YouTube camera out
first.
there.
Come on, stand up.
Well, I can't.
Show me how to do a knee strike.
Yeah. Well, you go ahead, Sweat.
I mean, really, if we have the time, I'll show you whatever you want to know.
Hey, listen, we're going to be working over at the center. You're going to come in and show me a few moves.
Absolutely.
I took a boxing class. I just took a boxing lesson. Let me rephrase it. East Bank. I'm a member of East Bank Club downtown. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to join the center.
Okay.
Because they have a special going on now for January. They're waiving the $125 initiation fee. So I'm going to join, because oftentimes I come out here for the show and I have an hour or two on my hands and I didn't do my cardio, so I'm going to go over there and row or something. Yeah. And I end up paying $15 for a one-day pass.
Right.
And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to join while they have that special on and encourage all my
you'll save a lot of money that way.
Participants. Right. Yeah, won't I?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show, and we are on the air with Ron Anderson, the Health and Fitness Supervisor at the Centre of Elgin, who's better known as Dr. Sweat.
Dr. Sartore.
Yeah. Let's hear that one more time.
Sudore.
Wow. I remember that movie. Don't you
Who's starring it, if you remember? Lou Brenner
Cliff
and
Robertson. Don't you run in the morning? Don't you go over to that and run the track?
I do not.
I thought you did.
Amy Corby goes there and runs all the time.
Because the track's open real early, as you know, Diva, for the folks to run from here to Springfield.
You guys open at 5, right?
Yeah. 5 a.m. Yeah.
5 a.m. Yeah. I probably could.
And it's free, too, to Elgin area residents, yes?
If all you're going to use is the track, it's free.
See
I think our own George Rollinson runs occasionally.
Yes, he does.
Joan Collins?
Joan Collins and George Rollinson together again.
I got to tell you something about Georgie.
Tell me.
He's back on the wagon. He is back on the low carb. He called me today. He was at Spring Hill Mall doing the walking thing. He said something about black tiles around there.
Well,
you're doing a couple of laps before lunch, having salads for lunch. And he called me up one day and he said, what can I see you making that face?
No.
But here's the thing with the salads. George did the same thing. He says, you got to help me. I can't do this because I hate vinegar and oil. I said, Georgia, you're Italian. How no Dagos hate vinegar and oil salad dressing? Come on. So he does. His favorite is French, so here's what I told him to do. Take a tablespoon of French and take a couple of tablespoons of olive oil and smear it around. And what the olive oil is going to do, it's going to, I mean, this is for the hardcore people, especially guys who got to have that dressing. They can't leave the dressing. They can't leave the Catalina, the French, none of that. So you take a little bit of it and you cut it with olive oil, which is good for your heart.
Yeah.
And you smear it all around. And you know what? He called me today when I was on my way in. He said, you won't believe how much that little tip helped me.
Wow.
Seriously, he's back on the wagon.
That's excellent.
That's great.
Isn't that good news?
It also helps his hair, that same product you talked about.
Olive oil?
Hair products.
I think he used to date her in high school.
I did.
Didn't he? Olive oil?
Well, yes, he did.
So kickboxing's your favorite form of cardio. I took a boxing lesson and dang near killed me. I was not prepared. I mean, they had me doing everything. They wrapped my hands. I had them double wrap my hands.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the special gloves and everything, and it was a riot. You know what? And that night, about 6:30, I couldn't move my arms. Wow. My whole shoulder girdle and back was just... That was it.
Didn't you box at ECC one day too? Didn't you have a lesson out there for you?
Yeah. When we had the Healthy Kids Day, I had them come out and do boxing lessons.
That was tough that day.
Well, there's a method to it. See, when you're boxing, most people use their arms all the time.
Which I did.
You should use your body more than your arms.
Well, I kind of led with my arms and followed up with the body. Well, we'll talk boxing because I would like to get a couple pointers and then go back and take another class with Glenn and let him see my fancy footwork that I learned from the Dr. Sweat here.
Beautiful.
So what's your least favorite form of cardio? You got a least favorite?
Of cardio, probably running. When I played football and baseball, you only need to run. I was a running back, so I only need to run 100 yards. Well, I got to run all the way around the stadium for 100 yards. I get 6 points and carried off the field on the shoulders of my guys. So.
Are you funny?
In baseball, you run 360 feet, it's a home run.
Yeah,
that's right. And
360 feet is all the way around the bases?
90.
You owe me a tape, by the way.
Oh, yeah. She was recently at U.S. Cellular Field front row and had all kinds of
right behind the
snack items during the game.
She wants the tape from you?
I recorded it.
I recorded the show.
I recorded it on VHS, it's kind of behind time, so I have to figure out how to convert it. Okay.
Thank you. You've been promising it to me since. When did we go?
I can give you the VHS.
August 1st, I think.
I'll give you the VHS tape. You have a wonderful man on the YouTube. I'll give you the VHS tape, and he can convert.
We'll get it converted.
Last year.
Yeah.
It was a year ago.
No,
it was August.
It was last year.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, but it was last season.
Whatever.
Never mind.
The Royals.
I don't get it.
Okay, never mind.
You know what makes me crazy? Speaking of running and football and just what you said, and you were a running back, and why did you have to run all the way around the stadium? Fat football coaches.
Oh, yeah?
That makes me absolutely nuts. Like that one who just left Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of his name.
The old
I can't think of his name right now.
Shame on you.
Weiss?
Really?
Yeah, shame.
Shame. Coach Weiss, isn't it?
Shame.
Well, I was thinking about the guy from Houston or...
well, oftentimes they're big players who probably don't stay in shape. I mean, they're former players.
Yeah, sure.
You got your troops running around the stadium? Y'all should be running around the stadium with them.
But they did it already.
Who?
They already did it,
coaches.
Yeah. And
most of them, not all of them.
Did it when? In what life? In what year?
When they played.
Well, that was then. This is now.
So
on national TV with this whole anti-obesity thing, these kids are seeing the players bad enough. Some of them are a little too humongous, I think. Bad enough, but then the coaches and the support staff too. Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway,
do what I did.
I'm off the soapbox.
There you go.
Let me ask you a professional question, Doc.
Yes.
What qualities do you feel make a good fitness trainer?
Knowledge. Got to have empathy and sympathy, because you got to know where the other person is coming from and be able to tailor what you do to fit what it is they're trying to do. That's what makes it personal. You cannot just go in there with a cookie cutter type of workout program and think that's going to suit everybody, because it's not.
And how many do you see do that too?
I see it daily, and I'm happy to say I have a really good staff at the center. They do not do that, and I made sure they didn't, else they wouldn't be staying on with me.
Yes.
But I've been in this industry right now for 20-something years, and I've seen it a whole lot. And the bad thing is, you can go online right this second, and by the time you get offline, be considered a certified personal trainer. You may not be a personal trainer, but on paper, you're a certified personal trainer because there's too many online type of situations that you can get into, online certifications that you can get. And to me, that just sucks.
I know.
Sorry,
I agree.
Sorry, radio
Can
audience.
we say that?
Did that get bleeped? Sorry.
I agree. And I see that even at my health club with some of them. And you know what really makes me nuts? When I see their clients, because I'm there every day.
Yeah.
I'm cardio queen, minimum 1 hour a day. Okay? When I see these people there day after day after day, week after week after week, month after month after month, working out with the trainer, getting dragged all over the club by the trainer, and they don't lose anything. Don't it dawn on the trainer that maybe they got the client on the wrong diet?
Yeah, could be.
Know what I'm saying?
Diet's number one. Diet's
Thank
before
you.
anything else.
Thank you. We all hear that, audience? Why is fitness now such a passion for you? Because I know it is for me.
Well, I guess it's because the world is eating their way to,
The grave.
fitness hell, if you
Yeah.
want to call
Yeah,
it
yeah.
that. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they clean. I was just showing Sam this at the club. They clean their kids' plates. Maybe if they fed their child only one serving, they would never have to do that. They eat until they're full, but if you just eat a serving and push away, usually in about 15, 20 minutes, your body will tell you it's full.
People don't want to wait that 15 minutes, though.
No, by then they've eaten another serving.
And by then they're busting out of their pants.
Exactly right. And the buttons are flying all over the room.
Stop.
Hey, you keep looking at the producer over here.
Because he's like my brother, sort of. Aren't we? Like sis and brother?
We used to be.
Well, you're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show, and we're on the air with Ron Anderson, the Health and Fitness Supervisor at the Centre of Elgin, who's better known as Dr. Sweat. And we have another question for the doc. Why do you feel so many people fail at their New Year's resolutions?
Because it's just that, a New Year's resolution. That's like tomorrow, the day that never comes.
Or Monday.
Or Monday.
Starting Monday.
How about it? Yeah.
Starting
Monday. Starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow.
I tell everybody every day is Monday. So go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
No.
It comes down to people putting such a lengthy start date on it. Don't put a lengthy start date on it. Just do something.
Anything. Yeah.
Just get moving. I mean, I find that, believe it or not, wearing gym shoes around the house, I do more in the house.
Sure you do, because you're comfortable and you're
When you're in your socks or in your bare feet or in your slippers,
Exactly.
you won't do as much.
Exactly.
You won't even pick your feet up as high.
Not even to put them on the footstool?
Nope. Well, maybe that, but the ottoman, that's about it.
Sometimes I also feel it's because the reason that people fail to keep their New Year's resolutions is because they do not really hold themselves accountable.
That's true, too.
And my Commit to Get Fit, Elgin's Biggest Loser program, is an accountability-based program.
Good.
And it's very tough love, and I pull no punches.
Good.
Because if I could lose 130 pounds in 2.5 years by cutting white starch and sugar, by walking minimum of an hour a day with a disability, because I had a disability, I still have them with my back, but you got to be accountable.
That's true.
And sometimes people don't want to be accountable.
Get a workout partner. Somebody that won't let you quit.
See there?
That's
Like you?
Get me. Call me up. I'll yell at you through the phone, or if I'm nearby, I'll drop by.
Okay, I'm going to put you on speed dial just in case.
Exactly right.
Well, Laura, you do that as well with Elgin's Biggest Loser. You're available all the time.
All the time. Phone and
Absolutely.
everything.
That's
yeah.
very
Absolutely.
important.
Yeah.
Very important.
I've had people call me at a dinner party. Please help me. What am
Yeah.
I going to do? There's nothing here for me to eat. I go, come on. Tell me what's in front of you. And then I just coach them and tell them what to do.
Good.
Take off
Excellent.
the bread, I'm big
Right.
low carb.
Good.
Because that's what really worked for me. And, but some people aren't. But I venture to say, and I will go to the gallows, and I don't know what your views on this are, but if people who really, really struggle with their weight loss, they shouldn't be struggling. They're on the wrong diet.
Or the wrong program. Most people should be doing weights and some cardio.
I do cardio every day, and I do weights 6 days a week. 3
I
days
u-
left.
I usually recommend a warm-up, then the weights before the cardio. Because the weights speed up your metabolism.
That's what everybody says, but I got to tell you something why you can't do that is because the cardio for me sometimes if I don't get it over with first, if I don't get that hour out of the way first, then it's going to be like 45 minutes, or maybe it's going to be 40 minutes, and oh my God, I got to go home and write a story, and I got a deadline. No. This is the only reason, and I've had more personal trainers tell me, do a warm-up, do your weight routine correct, and then do your cardio.
Right.
Okay.
You know the reason behind that? The weights speed up your metabolism, so you don't have to do as much cardio to burn the same amount of calories.
Yeah, but I'm hardcore, honey. I got to have an hour cardio a day.
And you'll burn that
I mean,
much.
you know
then
how that
you'll
guy-
burn 20% more calories.
I will?
Yeah.
I might try that.
I like his idea of thinking, because if you're doing the same amount of cardio, but you're doing the weights first, you're going to look that much better, Laura.
Booyah.
If that were possible. If that were possible, Laura, you'd look that much better.
Gee whiz, aren't you sweet? You sure it's that and not the other?
Well, it's
Take it
close
easy.
enough to that than asking another 5-minute long question and missing that.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So
Okay.
it's just like that. It's halftime. So hold those thoughts, kids, and the doc. And we'll be right back because in a moment we're going to dish about some interesting health and fitness topics that have piqued our interest, and we know they will yours too. So stay tuned because you're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN 1410 AM. And we'd like to thank our very special sponsors.
Even online, I'm not a professional trainer, but I can talk about Dr. Claire Oleas. She is delightful. She's a chiropractic queen here in town for 23 years now. You know her. She's the rowing queen, Boston University. Was it not the Diva, Boston University?
She's one of the ones who got me into rowing. Go ahead.
And as a young person in Elgin, she's always doing the great dance classes and a corps that was here. So she has had that great physical life throughout her way and is passing that knowledge on with a great chiropractic ability. She's at 2001 Larkin Avenue for you young kids out there, for you veteran workout cardio and weightlifters and what have you.
Strain something lifting. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's right. Yeah, that would be the perfect call. 847-888-9988. That's Dr. Claire Lace. As always, our perfect posture. We go this way, not to me. Go that way, right there for the YouTube camera. Right there.
The YouTube
January
camera
always has the
hoists you.
mattress sales. Perfect posture right
And
there.
the white sails.
And that's right. So that's what you are right there. And hair products as well. Thank you.
And a big thanks to Snob Hounds and Casey Toole, weekly sponsors of ours, without whom our show would not be possible. You are listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show. I'm Laura Dion-Jones, and we are on the air with Dr.